Good afternoon, everybody. Go ahead and get started here. I know we're a couple minutes behind schedule. Let everybody wander in and get comfortable. I'm Alec Morgan. I'm the Sports Information Director here at UPIKE. Thank you all for joining us today. It's a very exciting day for all of us. We'll hear from a few people speak. I'm just here to run down the order of events. At first, you'll hear from Dr. Lori Worth, our provost, and she will introduce our president, Dr. Webb, and then Kelly Wells, Director of Athletics, will introduce Coach Fipps as our new head football coach. And immediately following Coach Fipps' remarks, we will have media availability at the reception. So without further ado, our provost, Dr. Lori Worth.
Good afternoon. Thanks, Alec. Appreciate it. So what an important day today in the life of our institution. First of all, welcome to Coach Corey, Fipps, Jennifer, and your family. You will get to know the UPIKE family here in the next couple of months, and without a doubt, you will feel at home here at the institution. First of all, I'd like to welcome a few individuals here. I see Governor Paul Patton. Governor Patton, would you please stand and be recognized today? I see one of our former trustees, Mr. Bill Baird. Bill, would you please stand and be recognized, and your wife, Kay? And I think, unless we have any current or former board members here, faculty and staff and community members, welcome to our media this afternoon. You know, today's an interesting day in the life of the university. At this institution, we have spent over 130 years making an impact in the lives of our students. And we do that at the university in a variety of ways. One of those ways is in the classroom, transforming lives by students who become physicians at this university, nurses, optometrists, teachers in our community, and individuals who make an impact way beyond their time here, investing in the lives of individuals. And this is what we do at the institution. The other way that we do that is by students serving in a role of athlete. And being a student athlete at the university really calls students to do more here. We invest in the lives of students, and their experiences in the classroom are extended to their experiences on the court or field. We hold students to a high standard in both places, and together it's what really shapes the lives of our students here. Under the direction of Athletic Director Kelly Wells, we have 10 male sports at the institution, 10 female, and 4 co-ed sports, and we are so thrilled to welcome Coach Corey Fipps here. Welcome to the UPIKE family. Thank you all for being here. Dr. Webb is unfortunately not here physically. He has recorded a welcome. He is serving on an accreditation board this week, evaluating about 15 other universities, and he is here to welcome us virtually. Thank you, and welcome everybody. An exciting day in the life of UPIKE. Go Bears.
Thank you, Dr. Worth.
Thank you,
As
Dr.
you
Worth.
said, the University of Pikeville is a great place to live, and it's always a great day to be a Bear. We're really happy today to talk a little bit about the next football coach here at the University of Pikeville. First of all, I want to say how important it is for us here at the university to support our student athletes and to support our coaches. And for that reason, we spend a lot of time investing in choosing who the next person will be to lead our various teams. That's certainly true for the head coach of the University of Pikeville football team. This is a team that impacts over 100 young men every year and certainly has broader impact in the region as we recruit young men to come here and to participate with this sport. So we began advertising for this position several weeks ago, and in that time received well over 100 applications for the position of head coach. The search committee did a tremendous job sifting through all of those applicants, bringing to the forefront the very best and the very brightest set of finalists. In the end, we interviewed 3 people for this job. Any of the 3 would have made a fantastic coach, but we believe that we have selected the one that will fit the best here, who will provide leadership for our football team for years to come. So I want to say thank you to the search committee, to the provost, Dr. Worth, and most of all, to the person who will speak next and introduce the next head coach of the University of Pikeville's football team, Mr. Kelly Wells. Kelly.
Well, thank you. What a great crowd we have here today. This is wonderful. I think it shows the importance and the support that we have, not only for athletics, but for our university and our community as a whole. This is a great partnership. We always talk those words. And, when we were looking for our next head coach, one of the words we talked about was transformational. We were looking for a leader who was transformational, one that was based on good foundations, was a family man. New football, obviously, was a prerequisite to what we were trying to find, but certainly a leader of men was one of the words that really came to the forefront. When I talked to our search committee, we listed 27 characteristics we wanted our next head coach to be. It's a lot of things. Being a good man is at the top of those. Not only do I know we have a very good football coach coming in to serve our student athletes and our university, we have a very good man. So I'd like to welcome, first off, Coach Corey Fipps as our next leader here, but I would also like to welcome his wife, Jennifer. You all please stand. His daughters, Kinsley, Caroline, and Emery. So we give them a big hand. These are the real coaches in the family. And welcome. Coach Corey Fipps, the day is yours. Now the stage is yours. And the 7 is not because Coach Fipps was a quarterback. He's our 7th head coach in school history.
And I can also tell you that those 27 characteristics, slim was not one of them. So I'm just so thrilled to be here today. First, I'd like to thank University of Pikeville President, Dr. Burton Webb. I'd like to thank our Provost, Dr. Lori Worth. I'd like to thank Kelly Wells, but I'd also like to thank all of you that served on this search committee. I know Mike Pacheco is not here, but I told Mike, there he is, there's my guy. All right, I told Mike, I can tell you that it would have been a lot easier if you wanted to see if I was fit enough to not drop dead on the job if we just did a stress test instead of a 2-day marathon of a selection or of an interview. And I can tell you that this has not been an easy decision because we loved where we were, but this place is special. I look around this room, I think of all the things people have reached out to say to me about this community. This place is special. And it's a good day to be a Bear. Every day, like Kelly says, and the president, is a good day to be a Bear. But today, I am very humbled by all of this. And I can visit with you about a few things, but I do have to talk a little bit about my family. Because this decision was as much about the collegiate experience at the University of Pikeville as it was about being in this community with my family. So my wife, Dr. Jennifer Fipps, my 3 daughters, Kinsley, Caroline, and Emery. For those of us that are coaches in this room, we realize it's not easy to be a coach's kid. It's about like being a preacher's kid or about like being a military kid, which you got to up and go and take the opportunities because you're serving in the ministry of collegiate athletics and you get to invest in other guys and other families. And that's a tough thing. That really is. So I'm very appreciative of everybody that's reached out. I'm pretty sure I could attend with all the invites, a different pew, a different church for the next 3 months and never sit in the same church. So to the Pikeville community, that's just tremendous for us. And, somebody asked me via Twitter that they saw I worked for Coach Mummy, and I just want to tell you I do punt, okay? So I will punt. So that was the question I was asked, and I'm sure that gentleman, the first time I go for it on 4th down, will remind me of that. But I can tell you that for me and Jennifer, when we came down here and sat in the pews of the Main Street Church of Christ Sunday night and, just visited with people, we just could tell. We could tell that there was no disconnect. There was no daylight between this university and the community, and that is just awesome. I can tell you that as we recruit and assemble a staff to move this football program in the direction that the president and the provost and the athletic director want to see it, we're going to assemble guys who want to focus on the mountain communities right here. We want to focus on Eastern Kentucky. We want to focus on Central Appalachia and recruit those kids right here in some of the most dynamic football in all of the Bluegrass State. And we want to keep those kids home. Now, that's tough sometimes. Sometimes it's not easy to get a guy to want to stay in his own backyard when it's a little bit more exciting to go down the road somewhere. But we're going to start right here. And as we branch out, we're going to bring kids into this community, young men who want to be here, who believe that UPIKE is a destination and not just a stopping point. And that's what we wanted as a job, was if we were going to move a place from where we loved it and had good support, that we want to go somewhere where there was superior support, superior resources. And as I went through the process of being selected for this position and going through the interview, the resources we have here for our student athletes are second to none. The academic profile of this university is nothing like anything else in the NAI, and Coach Wells can tell you that. And I've been in a few of those stops, and it's just amazing what we have to offer. A hidden gem. We got to get the kids here to see campus to make sure they understand that. Really, it was just simple. It was about the academic profile. It was about the community. It was about the resources, and not just football resources, but the resources for our student athletes academically. It was about the schools and churches for my family, and we're just so excited to be here. We expect to compete for Mid-South Conference championships, but we expect to do it the right way. We expect to make it to the national playoffs. We expect to beat some people who are really good national caliber programs in this conference. But we're going to do it the right way. We're going to do it from the ground up. And we're going to make sure that winning is a byproduct of doing the small things. And that's what we kept talking about, me and Coach Wells, was winning must be, in this place, different, unique, transformative, like Dr. Worth said. We want to be a transformative place for our student athletes. In any coaching staff I've ever served on, I've been lucky enough to work for head coaches who believe that same thing. And as we leave Kentucky Christian University to come 80 miles down 23, we hope that this is the most transformative place I've ever had the opportunity and the privilege of working. Now, I believed early on in my tenure as a young coach that it was about a whiteboard and an expo marker. It was always the next play. It was always how to stop somebody, how to score a touchdown. But now, as I get a little grayer, or what hair I have left, it's more about culture. And I make the commitment to you here today that our culture will fit this community. Our culture will fit this university. And you will be proud of the young men that we coach here and graduate. I appreciate you, and go Bears.